So in last class, we are discussing like console.log and document.write, something like that. And today we will discuss some more JavaScript important functions. 5 by 8. So what I want to do is I will copy the notes from the yesterday class. So where are the programs? I think all the programs saved in. Okay, let me open Visual Studio Code. So yesterday we are discussing two programs. One is a console.html. See how we can able to write some console.log function and where we can able to see the outputs of this console. And benefit about console is where you can able to trace out the errors and how to resolve the errors by checking the error name. And all the outputs are basically inside the console only. So if you want to open the console, you need to go for the inspector. Right click on the browser and go to the inspect. Then only console window will be available. See, told you, console window is basically back of the browser and document is front of the browser. Okay, so today we will discuss about the DOM architecture and come to the document.write. Document is a terminology of JavaScript. It is kind of a body basically. In HTML, it is a kind of body, but in JavaScript, the same thing having a terminology called document. Document is a word from JavaScript basically. Whenever I want to access a multiple kind of elements from HTML, I need to say like document dot something. Means document is a name or referred body. Document is a JavaScript word, refers body. It's a keyword basically. Okay, let's try to explore about DOM architecture. I'll draw the picture how this DOM architecture is going to be available. Let me take a paint here. So how DOM architecture is? DOM means document object model. DOM means document object model. DOM. People will call DOM. This is something like a document object model. Document object model. See how this DOM architecture will be. We'll explain it. Just a small structure. See, every application finally executing in the browser. We know that. Every application finally executing to the browser. We know that. But before the browser, there is a concept called window. Every browser. Hello? Every application, there is a concept called window. Yes, please. Okay, so here, for every application, there is a concept called browser. Here, this is the browser. On top of the browser, we will be having an object called window. Window is object. On top of the window object, we will be having a document object. We will be having a document object. Remember, so window is not visible item, but document is visible item. And where the user interface is going to be starting is user interface. Where user interface is going to be starting, that is basically document. Where UI is going to be starting, that is basically document. See, on top of the document, we know that. On top of the document, on top of the user interface, we know that we will be having head and body sections. This document refers as HTML, right? So where your HTML is going to be starting with. So here from HTML root level tag is going to be starting with. And then we will be having a head section and we will be having a body section. All these things are going to be available on top of the document. One is the head section, one is the body section. Let me try to take head section. This one is the head section. This one is the body section. So after this, on top of the body, whatever you want, you can write it. For example, on top of the body, I want a different elements. On top of the body, I want forms. On top of the body, I want headings. I want paragraphs. See, whatever the elements you want, you can just go with the hyperlinks. Let me go for the hyperlinks. Okay, etc. There are multiple kind of elements we are going to be writing on top of the body. In header section, most of the time we will write about the meta tags, and we will link the external CSS files. We will link the external JS files, etc. Or we will go for the libraries linking process. See, all these things are going to be happening in that section, but body section, which is going to be having a multiple element combination. See, whenever you design some web page or web application, finally the output is inside the browser. But between the browser and document, there is a concept called window. There are multiple features which are going to be working with the window. What are the different kind of features which are going to be working with the window is the window related alert function. Alert functions are coming from window. And the prompt messages are coming from the window. And window related navigations, whenever you want to check with the navigations, all these things are going to be happening with the window. And what browser can do, browser have something like maps, location. Browser works with location kind of things, and browser work with notification kind of things, notifications. See, whenever your application is going to be having some push notifications. If something is getting updating in the application, automatically one notification message will come. A bell icon notifications are coming. So those bell notifications, those bell locations, all these things, locations, a map, navigation, all these things are basically tracking by the browser related methods. And alert methods, prompt methods, navigations, all these things are window related methods. And document related, there are multiple methods which are going to be available. DOM architecture. This is basically called DOM architecture. Okay, so let me save this one. I will explain very clear. Okay, so this will be the DOM architecture. DOM architecture. Oh, let's go. I am just moving to the Google, and I'm trying to checking about the DOM JavaScript. Let's go with the images here. Let's go with the images. If you open DOM architecture with images, can you see and observe what DOM will be? DOM is something like a document, but before the document, there is a concept called window. Some pictures you can able to see. Yeah, you can see this picture. You can see this picture. By seeing this picture, let me download this picture. Right click on this, save image as, and desktop 25. And this is DOM. Okay, now that image got saved. Now let's go to the image. Okay. Can you observe this image? Can you observe this image? It's very clear. There is a concept called window. On top of this window, you are going to be having document. Window have a lot of other things. Window have history, window have location, window have navigators, window have self, window, parent, top, objects, and window have frames. Then document, when I come to the document have a lot of things. Document have forms, document have images, documents have links, documents have layers, documents have anchors, document have all. See, any item you take in the document, that will be array. That will store in array. Can you see and observe this very clearly saying that all elements are going to be storing in array. Array is something like this. Array is a list of items. Every element, for example, if I am having multiple H1s in my application. For example, if I'm having 10 H1s in my application, 10 H1s, all 10 H1s are going to be storing in one array. Document have some structure. What is the structure of document is all similar elements are going to be storing in one array. So first H1 in 0th element, and second H1 in 1 index, and third H1 in 2 index. Something like this. All similar elements are going to be storing in one array. And one more thing, all similar classes, similar name classes are going to be storing in one array. Okay, so let me write the point here. Let me write the point. Can I close this one? Okay. Let me open the notes. This one is yesterday's one. And today I will open today's folder. File, open folder, 25 by 8. Select folder. Okay, let me go to the notes. So let's move to the notes. What we are trying to discussing yesterday. Yesterday we are discussing about inline JavaScript, internal JavaScript, external JavaScript, browser console, online editors, all these things. Oops. So come to the point. First one, inline JavaScript. I already discussed about it. What about inline JavaScript is element specific JavaScript. Element specific JavaScript. What about internal JavaScript is page specific. Yes, page specific JavaScript. And how to write internal JavaScript? Script open, script close. Script open, script close. And inside this script tag, I can write a JS code. That is about internal JavaScript. Coming to the external JavaScript is application specific JavaScript. Application specific JavaScript. Okay, how to write this external JavaScript? External JavaScript, I just want to go and save a file name as file.js. And that particular file.js, which is going to be having some JS code. Inside this file.js, I can able to write some JS code. Then after that, I can able to write my HTML files like file1.html, file2.html, etc. etc. But file1.html, I need to integrate my JavaScript. How to integrate JavaScript? Script src, and I can go for the file.js. So file.js I need to inject here. File.js I need to inject here. So script open, script close again. Come down. For file2 also I need to integrate the same script file. So for n number of files, you may have hundreds of files. Even for hundreds of files, thousands of files also, you need to integrate the script like this. So if you want to link CSS, that is different, link tag. If you want to link the JavaScript, you need to go for the script tag. So that is we already done. And coming to the browser console, working with the browser console is very simple. Browser console is something like a console. Right click on browser. Then right click on browser, then go to the inspect, then go to the console option, console window, console button. Then you can able to check or write your JavaScript code. Write JS. This is possible. Okay. Now come to the online editors. This is not discussed yesterday. And let me go with the online editors. There are multiple online editors which are going to be available. So you can go for any one of the online editor. First of all, I want to save the. Okay, so let me go to the online editors. The better online editor is jsbin.com. JavaScript online editors. See where you can do practice with the JavaScript also. JavaScript online editors. There are multiple things. One is the W3 schools. One is the programmers. One is the play code. One is the scalar. Scalar also providing that. Okay. Tutorial points and My compiler, JS Fiddle, Coding Ninjas. See, there are multiple things. My better suggestion is you can go for jsbin.com. jsbin.com. jsbin.com is a nice online editor where you can able to write your JS code. Okay. Let me close this. Can you see and observe? This is very, very clearly saying that this is the online editor where you can do practice with your HTML, where you can practice with your CSS, where you can practice with your JavaScript, where you can practice your console, and you can see the output, everything. For example, I want to write some HTML code. Okay, so I want to write a H1 here. Hello. This is my first page. See, whenever I am writing automatically, that is coming in output. Whenever I am writing something, that is coming in output. Yes or no? Whenever I am writing something, that will come into the output. Okay, for this H1, I want to give some color. Go to CSS. Okay, for H1, I want to give some color. Let me give the H1 and let me give the color blue and font style italic. So this is online editor where you can work with font style italic and text align center, align colon center. See, this is possible by the CSS. Okay, so you can hide the CSS and JavaScript also there. For example, I want to see the console outputs. Console outputs, if you want to see, okay, close the output here, normal output. Close the HTML also. Open JavaScript, only JavaScript I want to open and write a console.log. Console.log, welcome to JavaScript. Welcome to JavaScript. I want to check with the code. So whenever I execute this, can you go to the console, run the program? When you run the program, can you see what is happening here? Console output also I can able to see. Console output also I can able to see. For example, name is equal to where name is equal to Srinivas. And I want to print this name in console, console.log. And my name is plus name. My name is plus name. And please run this. When you click on run button, then only you can do this. See what is happening. 2 times it is run. So clear it and click on run button. Now welcome to JavaScript. My name is Srinivas. It is very, very clear. So JavaScript is available in online editors also. You can practice your HTML or CSS or JavaScript with the online editors. This is the best online editor where you can do practice with. So this is fine. Is there any questions on this? By working on online editors? Is there any questions on this by working on online editors?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, that's good. Okay, so let's go with some other things. Okay, so online editors, just open browser, search for online editors. Online editors. So choose anyone. Choose anyone and practice with. Practice with it. Okay. So the best one is jsbin.com. You can search for that. jsbin.com. jsbin.com is the best online editor where you can do practice with. But for online editors, network is compulsory, sir. Network mandatory. Without network, this will not work out. Without network, this will not work out for you. So it should mandatory. Now come to the point. Yesterday we are discussing some JS methods, right? Some JS methods, the important methods I am going to be telling. The one is console.log. We are already working on that. Console.log. Why console.log is basically using for. Why document.write we are using for. And how this alert method is working for. And how this prompt method is working for. So we will take separate programs on this. For console.log function is a JavaScript function. One more time. Console.log is a JS function. function, which is going to be using for print console outputs. Print console outputs in console window. Print console outputs in console window. So that's the best one. So console.log you can write in two ways. The one is you can go with the single quotes. The one is you can go with the double quotes. Both will work out. Console.log using with single quotes. Console.log by double quotes. Both are working fine. Both are working fine. So you can do practice with the both things. Now come to the document.write. Document.write is a JS function. Document.write is a JS function which is working for, which is using for print outputs on document. Print outputs on document. Document means your HTML. Refer your HTML as document. Okay, so and one more point. This function is using for create a dynamic HTML. Create a dynamic HTML from JavaScript. So without writing any HTML tags in the body, you can create your HTML by the JavaScript from JavaScript. This is an important one. Later we will discuss about this one. So why this dynamic HTML is required for when you are getting the data from the servers. Maybe you are developing a news reading application. Today, 1 million users coming. Tomorrow, 2 million users coming. Day after tomorrow, only 50,000 users coming. And fifth day, 5 million users coming. So news count we don't know. The list of news are coming from the servers. But I want to bind this news data through the paragraphs or headings, whatever it may be. The headings, the header file I want to take, paragraph, I need to take a paragraph. But I can't able to write that number of tags in my HTML. I don't know, right? Then I can't able to write the normal static HTML content. So create a dynamic HTML content and bind the data to them. Then automatically the latest news will be placed in that particular place. So that will be there in the JSON. Then I come to the JSON, I will explain it. Now alert. Alert is a simple prompt which is coming from the window. This method is working from window. This method, this is a JS function working from window, launching from window. It means what? Before document window loaded, right? Can you see this one? Before document window is loading, right? Before document window is loading. So from the alert box is basically loading from the window. Suppose I am writing number of elements in the document. When you launch the application to the browser, first window objects only displaying for that. Then after, document objects are going to be loading to the browser. That is a very, very important thing. The first preference to the browser is window. Window have a lot of things. Window have gestures. Window have game applications. So later we will discuss some kind of window related methods also. Now come to the point. Alert is the function which is launching from the window, and alert is a prompt. Alert is a prompt message. Alert is a not a prompt. What is a kind of this pop-up message? Okay, how to write this alert? Alert with single quotes you can write. Alert you can write a double quotes also. So both will work out for that. Now prompt is different. Now we are working on prompt. Yeah, this is the prompt message. Spelling is very important. So prompt function. This is a function. This is a JS function. This is a JS function which she is using for. Take input from users. Take input from users. Take input from users and store input value into a variable. Okay. So prompt message. How to work with the prompt message? Prompt. Prompt. You can work with the single quotes or you can work with the double quotes. You can work with the single quotes or you can work with the double quotes. Let me save the file. Let me go to the programs one by one. How we are going to be working with the different kind of things. Let me save the file. Any new persons are going to be joining today for JavaScript class? All regular persons are, new persons are there. No new, regular. Okay. Now let's come to the programs. Try to work out one by one. First of all, console.log application. Let me go. Console.log.html. Let me write a script file. Open script. Inside this console.log. This is visible, font is visible. So hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello Java. I'm trying to write something. Hello Java. Let me write one more thing. So where name is equal to Srinivas. I want to print this particular name in my console window. Console.log. I just want to print a normal string. Name is plus concatenation. At the same time, I want to bind the variable. So I'm writing a simple program with console here. See where you can see the console outputs are. Console output can be seen by right click on browser. Tell me.
Right click on browser,
right click on browser and open inspector. Go to inspect, then console. Then you can able to see the outputs. Let me give the comment for this. At the same time, I want to give this in HTML. Then we can able to easily understand how to work with the console window. When you launch the application, for finding console, follow below path. Below path. So I'm just giving that. Now let's launch this application. Open in default browser. I'm just writing some HTML for understanding purpose. What happened? Yeah. So when I launch this application, for finding console, follow below path. What is the path? Right click on browser, inspect, then console. Okay, just right click on the browser, go to inspect, and go to console. There you can able to see the outputs of the console. See what are the outputs I can able to see here. One is hello JavaScript, one is the name is Srinivas. Only I am writing two things from the console. I'm writing only two console outputs. That's all enough. This is the console outputs. Let me save the program. So why programs are not saving? I don't know. Every day we are saving that. Let me go with the document.write now. Document.write.html. Let's take a script here. Okay, so document.write. Document.write is a kind of output. So hello JavaScript. Document.write Let me give, sorry. Hello, full stack developers. Hello, full stack developers. Okay, so let's launch this one. Right click on this, open in default browser. What happened? I'm writing two text messages, but both are actually coming in the same line. Why? Because of a plain text automatically come in the same row. Plain text automatically comes in the same row, which will not go for the next row. If you want to go for the next row, I need to take a break. So, but a break I can't able to take from the HTML. It is not possible from the HTML. I am not writing any HTML here. I need to write a complete JavaScript only. Then I want to write a break from the HTML. I can create a break tag from HTML also. Let me create a break tag from HTML. So when I create a break tag from HTML, automatically it will work out. Document.write is not only printing messages. Document.write is creating dynamic HTML. I'm trying to creating a dynamic HTML, which is an element called break now. So break will work out now. Yeah, break is working now. Okay, I want to create a underline also. Let's create underline for this. Document.write, create underline. How to create underline, sir? HR, write a HR for this. Can you see that? Horizontal row also creating now. Okay, I want to create a paragraph or I want to create a heading. How to create heading? Document.write H1. Okay. But this H1, I want to store the value. So I am binding the value. Name is equal to Srinivas now. But I want to bind the Srinivas value for this H1. How to bind? Tell me. How to bind? For example, hello. Hello. But I want to bind the value called Srinivas, called name for this H1. How to bind it? Okay, let me give the name here. Let me give the name. Name is already created by the variable, but I'm trying to attaching name for this H1. But what is the output, you guess? What is the output, you guess, guys? Hello also coming top. Why? Because I need to take a break also here. Copy and copy, paste here. Now you can see hello. Hello is there, but name is there. Why name is coming here down? This is string, this is string. Both are coming. Hello is coming, and here name is coming. But I want to attach these two things. How to attach these two things? Just try to observe. Hello is the first string. Then bind it. Then bind it. Then take a double quotes here and double quotes close. Last name or name, double quotes. Can you see and observe what I am doing? A simple magic. What I'm trying to doing is simple magic here. The first string is hello plus concatenation. First thing is hello, then concatenation. Or can I keep this hello? Control X. Can I keep this H1? Then I can give the hello. Sorry. Hello. Then plus, yeah, plus is anyway working now. Now imagine what is output, guys? This is missing. Plus is the concatenation. Sir, if the session is getting close, please join one more time. Now, what happened now? But how this Srinivas is coming here? It is a JavaScript variable. See, in later examples, this variable value is going to be coming from server. This Srinivas, I am writing static value here. But this value I will bind from servers. This value I will take from the server. If server push the JSON data, I will capture the I'll capture the JSON data, I'll break the JSON data, I'll parse the JSON data, then I pick up the value. It may be an n number of names come from server. I can able to bind all the names into the array. That is possible, sir. That is possible. So in real time, we have to do the same work for the JavaScript. But try to observe how this document.write is binding the values. How this document.write is binding the values. Okay, I can able to create a normal things also. I can able to write a document.write something like h2. I want to create a h2 like this. h2. Okay, so welcome full stack developers. This is the normal text message I am writing, but binding is different. Binding is the below one. 9th line is the binding one. 9th line is the binding one. Hello, full stack developers. This is the normal one, normal h2. But this is the dynamic HTML, which is binding the data. So both you have to do practice. Don't confuse it. This is h1, but this Srinivas is basically coming from the variable. Srinivas is coming from the variable, not from the h1. I'm not writing that Srinivas in h1. This is the dynamic value. Maybe this dynamic value changing. This Srinivas can change in real time by some other name. Srinivas can change with Soumya, or Srinivas can change with Daniel. Whatever the value coming from server, that will get updated by the h1. Sir, meeting is going to be ending in 1 minute or less than 1 minute. Please join 1 minute. I'm telling to everyone.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's try to save it. Go to file and save. Now let's go to the alert box. Take new. Save it as alert message. How to work with alert messages. Alert.html. Let's try to write a script here and write an alert message. Alert. Hello JavaScript. That's it. Alert message. Small letters. Don't write a capital letter. Small letters only. Don't write capital letters.